Amandla! 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 Viva EFF, viva! Viva EFF, viva! Long live the Commander-in-Chief, long live! Long live the Commander-in-Chief, long live! Siaya Emapita, siaya! Siaya Emapita, siaya! Siyayiqalisa imapita, siyayiqalisa! Amandla! Awetho! No, thank you very much. Yanibingelela mphakathi. Yanibingelela abazali. Inkehli. Yanibingelela omkhulu abangaphakathi kwethu. Abantu abadala, inzala abantu. Bona basikhulisile laba. Siyabonga ukunibona ningaphakathi kwethu intsha ekhona mphakathi wonke fighters. Siyanibingelela. Sefikile umengameli. Uthi azonyathela la eFar South. Uthi azonyathela la emabaleni alaka Ward 94. Sesikhona mphakathi nomengameli. Sesiloku siphuthuma siphuma ngaseMaritzburg eMbali. Be umengameli esayohlwakula khona. Umengameli besayofasa amabhawodi khona. Umengameli besayoqhuquzela umphakathi nama ground forces ukuthi awame njalo abhekane nalo hulumeni wamakhamandela. Abhekane nalo hulumeni osowahlamkile abantu bakithi baseNingizimu Afrika. Usekhona nguye lo mengameli. Yilo mengameli esiyomfaka ngoMay eUnion Buildings. Siyamkhipha uRamaphosa ngoMay. Uyangena lo mengameli. Uyena president ebekade simlindile siyiAzania siyiSouth Africa. Uyena lo ulanga phakathi uthi akazokhuluma nani mphakathi. Azonibona mathupha. Soloku suqalile umbhidlango nomkhankaso wethu ngomgqibelo ondlule ngomhla ka2. Soloku siphansi phezulu sisuke Verelem. Namhlanje uthe umengameli akakwazi ukuthi aphothule umsebenzi wakhe engazanga la kaWard 94. Lokho kusho ukuthi nibalekile njengomphakathi waKwaWard 94. Nibalekile njengomphakathi waseFar South. Ningabanye esobagqugquzela ukuthi qhubekani niregister ukuvota nxa siyokhipha lo hulumeni kaKhongolose la kule province yaKwaZulu Natal. Sithi phansi ngoKhongolose phansi. Phansi ngoNomsa Dube phansi. Phansi ngoSiboniso Duma phansi. Phansi ngomtolo phansi. Down with the IFP down. Phansi ngenkatha indlovu phansi. Amandla. Ngale kokumosha isikhathi mphakathi. Ngizocela ukubiza omunye wabaholi bethu okhona la ngaphakathi ozothula umengameli wethu asinikeze inkulumo umhlahlandlela nomkhombandlela namasu namaqhinga okubhekana nesitha ngoba isitha kulonyaka siyasiwisa. Suphelile manje isikhathi sohulumeni wamasela, uhulumeni wabahlamkile abantu. Ngakho ke sinokomisa la, ukomisa uVuyani Phambo okuyena oyinhloko ehofisini likamongameli. Ukhona la ngaphakathi kwethu uthe naye akeze mphakathi wakithi ezoba kunye nathi. Ngakho ke ngizomcela ukuthi asondele ngaphambili nxa ezothula umengameli wethu. Amandla.
Amandla. Awetho. Viva EFF, 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 viva! Viva the Commander-in-Chief Julius Malema, viva! Viva the Commander-in-Chief Julius Malema, viva! Siyaye Moses Mapita, siyaye! Siyaye Moses Mapita, siyaye! Siyaye Moses Mapita, siyaye! Amandla! Sibonge mphakathi, sibone nentsha ikhona namhlanje mongameli. Sibonga kakhulu ukuthi nonke nifike lana. Umsebenzi wami ulula kakhulu. Umsebenzi wami angeke ube mude. Umfishane ulingana nami. Kodwa uthanda ukuba bunzimana because Ngithula la kini umongameli ozophatha isizwe. Ulo mongameli lo ozoqeda lento okuthiwa i-load shedding. Sikhathele ukuhlala ebumnyameni. Sondela mfoka Malema woza uzosiza, sikhathele ubumnyama sifuna ukukhanya. Ulo mongameli ozokwenza sure ukuthi le ngane lezi esifaka i-uniform la maziqede esikolweni zisuka straight ze university zingakhokhile lutho. Ingane ke lezi ke ezizoshintsha impilo zabantu abamnyama, yizo eziyithemba zamafamily zemindeni ekhona la. Ngaphandle kwazo akuna future for thina ezabantu abamnyama. Ulo mongameli ke ozokwenza sure ukuthi nale nkinga yamanzi uyayiphelisa, ngoba akunabantu abangaphila ngaphandle kwamanzi. Nangu ke umongameli ngimphakamisayo ngingemude, ngicela ukuthi commander in chief naba bantu bakho balinde ukuzwa. Sibonge mongameli.
Amandla, amandla, viva EFF, viva, Tata EFF, Tata, down with Ramaphosa, down, down with Ramaphosa, down, down with IFP, down, down with DA, down. Thank you very much. Siyabonga, Slalo, Umongezi, and our leader, Vuyani Pambo. We want to greet all of you, and I'm not here to speak today because I'm going to speak on Saturday. But I came here special to come and invite you to come to Moses Mabhida on Saturday, because Saturday we are making history in KwaZulu-Natal. We are the leading organization in KZN. When we said we are going to Mabhida, the ANC said we are following you to Mabhida. The IFP said we are also going to Mabhida. And people were complaining. I said, why are you complaining? They are following the leader. The leader said he's going to Mabhida. They are all going to Mabhida. Because the EFF is a leader of society, whether they like it or not. We are here to provide solutions to the problems of our people. We said to Parliament, please increase the social grants. They said, why? We said, when you give old people more money, you are guaranteed that that money is going to feed the black children. Because when you give old people money, they don't gamble with that money. They buy a bag of meal and put it behind the door so that our children can be well fed. Imagine if you take that amount to 4,500 per person per month. If they could do so much with little money, how much can they make if you give them more money? We want children to also have support. Their child grant must be doubled, because we believe that children must be looked after if you want to fight the problems of society. Today we are complaining about crime. It is because these children eat at school, but when they arrive at home, they are not sure of the next meal. They are not sure whether they are going to eat or not. On their way home from school, they commit crime and then come back home and behave like they are innocent because of poverty. They say if you double the child grant, you are going to make people make more children. I said it's not true. My grandmother had 9 children without child grant. Money does not make children. If we are Lala and Jay, you won't make children, even if you have money. If you sleep with your hands in between your thighs, the money won't make children for you. Therefore, money does not make children. It's people who make children. And when we say we're doubling the child grant, we're not talking to children. We are talking to people who are ready to make children. Children must go to school and they must learn. Because if you make a child as a child, you are a fool. Your future is destroyed immediately. So when we talk child grant, we are not talking to children. We are talking to old people who are ready. Someone says, but when people are poor, they must not make children. Why are they making children knowing they are poor? My answer to that is very simple. I was born of a poor mother. And if she had not given birth to me, my family won't be where it is today. It takes only one child to break a generational curse in the family. It doesn't matter whether you are born by a poor mother or not. You might be poor today. Your mother might be poor today, only to find that you are the one who's destined to change the life of your family. Don't say people are poor, they must not make children. You want to condemn them into permanent poverty because you don't want them to give birth to potential children who can change their living conditions. So when they say to you, who's going to feed these children because you are poor, you don't have money, tell them their father Malema will feed them when he becomes president of South Africa. Because we are going to feed these children of Africa. They are our children. You look after African children, you have taken care of the future. So we are taking care of the future now. Fighters, we want RDP houses. And once you call something RDP house, people think that it's a cheap thing that you must not even put a toilet. It's not a house if it doesn't have a flushing toilet inside. Every house must have a flushing toilet inside. You can't say you are restoring dignity of people. You give them houses without toilets, or you don't give them flushing toilets. When you restore dignity, you do exactly what white people did to white people. There is no white person poor during apartheid who was ever given a house without inside flushing toilet. The poorest white person does not know a pit toilet. Leaving the hobos of white people, a hobo of a white person never forgets that is a white person. They will never wake up in the morning and take shower with cold water. They will rather ask for 100 rand on the road to go and book the cheapest lodge so that they can bath with hot water tomorrow. You say you are staying in a house. A white hobo stays in a street but lives better than you who claims to stay in a house. They don't give you a flushing toilet for 30 years. Yet they said they are coming to restore your dignity. Only animals must drop it and still see it. If you are a human being, you drop it and see it. You are not a human being. They are treating you like an animal. And why do you vote for the people who treat you like an animal? When you've got pride as a person, when we go to vote on the day of voting, before we leave our houses as old people, we first go to the toilet so that when we find a long queue at the voting station, we don't have to look for a toilet. Just before you vote, you go into a toilet that doesn't flush, and then you go and vote with an immediate reminder that this is our suffering. You vote for the same party that didn't give you a proper toilet. Why are you voting for this party? Basnikes ama 350. I can tell you that 350 is going to go after the elections. 350 was for COVID. Then they realized this can work for us for elections. That's why they kept on saying, let's increase the deadline. Let's increase the deadline. They are waiting for the day the elections are over. You are going to be told there's no budget. And therefore, this comes to an end. You can't vote for temporary things. You must vote for permanent things. Even if they don't benefit you, they must benefit your children and your great-grandchildren. That's what we call a legacy. I am poor. I stay in a shack. I've got nothing. I'm old. But I'm going to vote for the future of my children because mine is gone. Don't vote for you now when you know your days are limited. You are cursing the children who are still coming. Resolve their problem today. When we build a house now as old people for our families, we don't build it for ourselves necessarily. Our days are gone. That's why we call it a family house. We build it for the future so that future generation can say our grandfather, our grandmother left us this house. That is your legacy. When you stand up to go and vote from a shack, you must say, in my family, I'm the last one to stay in a shack. I'm going to vote for a house so that even if I don't get it, those who are coming after me, they must find a caring government that will give them a house. When we say to you, we want to give you land, it's not because we're clownish or we like soil. Land is dignity. When you don't, land is property, by the way. These things that we build on top of land is like decoration. It's like putting a weave on your head. The weave is not you. You are yourself without the weave. So this land, it is this land without these houses. But the land is still a property. So the land is the property. And a person without a property has got no dignity. When we are saying we are fighting for you to get the land, we are saying we are restoring your dignity. That's why those people who fought in all battles against the Boers, there was never in the story of battles and rebellion about people fighting to vote. Our people never fought to vote. They were fighting for the land. And when you've got the land, you've got a dignity. That's why you can find Umdala from a wedding on Saturday, tipsy or drunk, staying in a shack. When he arrives in his piece of land, very small piece of land, he stands at the gate and says, Kwamela. Because that's what the land does. It brings something in you that you are proud of. You say, even if I have nothing, at least I've got a piece of land. The most useless Afrikaner, the one who hasn't been to class, to school, nothing. If you see him walking there, and you see a person who owns, a black person, who owns a house, walking there, they don't walk the same. We walk with our shoulders down, sometimes with our hands at the back, and we walk in an apologetic manner. Why? We don't have property. We're scared, and we know we're not respected because we don't have property. Yet that Afrikaner, that time you've got a degree, that Afrikaner just walks like he's owning the earth. This wealth belongs to him. When you check, why is he being arrogant like this? He's a farmer. When they say he's a farmer, they mean he owns the land. That's what land does. Whites undermine us because we don't have the land. You have a degree. You've got masters. Go and check the qualifications of your white boss. He has got no single qualification. But you are working for them. You are worshiping them even when they've got nothing better than you, mentally and intellectually. Why? It's property. So when we fight for the land, you must know we are fighting for the restoration of the dignity of African people. Fighters When we say go to school, we say education must be free from primary, no, early childhood development, primary, secondary, tertiary. In the secondary and primary, they require uniform. They say to you, you are poor, you don't have money, don't pay school fees. You clap hands. After clapping hands, they say before the child enters this gate, he must have school shoes and school uniform, and you must pay for it. How is education free if I'm still going to pay something from my pocket? When do I become poor? When do I become rich? I'm poor during school fees, and then I'm rich during uniform. So free means from school shoes to uniform, to learning material, to school fees. Everything must come free, the whole package. The education content itself must be free. It must not teach our children to worship white people, because we need to liberate the mind of an African child. So after doing that, we say when they go to university, they must enter for free. They come from a no-fee school. They were not paying school fees in secondary. But that is in December. They were not paying school fees this December. Next month, January, when they go to university, they say, bring registration fee. Where did I get it between December and January? Where did I get it? Because you gave me free education at secondary and said, I am poor. When did I become rich to qualify to pay registration fee of 12,000? You said my mother can't afford to pay school fees of 500 rand. All of a sudden today, my mother must qualify to pay a registration fee of 12,000. What is even worse at that time, my father died. When you arrive, they say to you, what is your story? My mother is a beneficiary of SASSA. My father died. They say to you, bring the death certificate, go to police station, go and certify it. You are asking me a stupid thing. You guys said to me, my father died. I never said my father died. You even gave me a death certificate, you government, and said my father died. Today you don't know my father died. I must be the one who proves that my father died. What type of logic is that? Because my ID number must say, just punching my ID number, it must say, a child of a SASSA beneficiary from a no-fee school, the father passed away. Automatically you qualify. Go inside. You must go inside according to your marks, not according to the background of your family. The background of your family has got nothing to do with your brain. You have passed very well. You have earned your seat in the university. You must be allowed in the university. The only thing that must allow you is your marks and nothing else. No one must ask you to come and display poverty. Hey, go to police station. I must still go to in front of another person. I'm poor. Hey, okay, Steve K, stamp, go. Hey, go to another person in the admin. You are going around showing people how poor you are, as if we are proud of being poor. Our poverty must never be displayed. The government must know we are poor and not make us feel poor every day in how they treat us. So that's why we say, go to school free of charge. When you come back, there must be jobs for you. Not jobs for members of the ANC, that you must be connected to the ANC for you to get a job in government. You must be a member of the ANC for you to get a job in government. We don't need that. Whether you are IFP, whether you are EFF, whether you are DA, whether you are ANC, as long as you are a South African with an ID and you qualify for the job, you must get it, because your political affiliation is irrelevant. There on the forms, when you apply for a job, they never ask you, which political party you belong to, because that question doesn't arise. But crooks on the side, they ask that question. This one is not ours. This one wears a red t-shirt. He can't get a job in eThekwini municipality. That is going to come to an end. Let people be hired according to their qualifications. Even those who don't have matrics, there are jobs for them. You must never say, no, a person doesn't have matric must not get a job. There are levels. Because these people who don't have matric, they are cleaning at home. They don't require matric to clean. Their houses are clean. So they've already passed. They can be cleaners in government. They can cut grass. They can clean illegal dumping. They can clean streets. They can do all manner of jobs at the level of their qualifications. Why? Some of them did not leave school because they were not non-thinkers. They left school because of poverty at home. My mother said to me, now you are too old. Go and look for a peace job to support as my child. That's how they left school. So you hire them as security guards without matric. When at night there is no up and down, he's corresponding with UNISA. Before you know it, you hired him without matric. Tomorrow is graduating as an attorney because you gave him an opportunity to earn some money and improve his life. Do not condemn them into permanent poverty and say, they left school, we don't care for them. Look after them. Those who've got brains, that will emerge in that situation and make their lives better. The 350, we're not opposed to it. We're going to make it permanent. But it can't be 350 for everybody. We must get money according to our qualifications. Now there is a child here who didn't go to school. He has no matric. We give him 350. No problem. That's fine. Here next to this child, there is a child who went to school. He has got a degree. You give him 350. What was the purpose of going to school? Because they finish school, you don't give them job. You give them the same amount of money with people who have not been to school. That is unfair. Because you are destroying the future generation. Which is going to say, Mama, why do you say I must go to school to get 350? Because you went to school. You've got degree. You get 350. Uncle, I didn't go to school. He gets 350. So what is the difference? Better I stay here and earn the same money that you are earning even after going to school. Even at work, even amongst educated people, people are not paid the same amount. They are paid according to their qualifications. So let those who don't have matric get their 350. Then those who have matric, taunyan. Those who have degree, 3,000. Those who have, so pay them so that they improve their level of education. Why? People must know going to school pays. They must know when I go to school, I will be paid. And our children will never give us trouble when we say to them, go to school. They know something good is awaiting them. Either they will get a job. If there's no job, government will give them graduate stipend and look after them. We must be ashamed to call our own children who went to school unemployed graduate. No society must be proud of that, that there is a title called unemployed graduate. So those are the things that we want to do as the EFF when we take over power. I will outline a lot of them on Saturday on how and when are we going to do those things. So please, I came just to invite you specially, and I want you to go all out to encourage young people to register, to vote. Registration is still open online. Those who don't have access to online, those who have access must help them. The youth must know the future is in your hands. If you destroy it and allow these old people to destroy it, it's your own problem. You can see now, there is no electricity now. We stay in load shedding now. And if you don't stop load shedding now, there will be water shedding. Because for water to come through the pipes, it needs electricity to pump that water into your houses. Once electricity is not there, water shedding is coming. And without water, we are nothing. Yet we don't have water today. The little water we have, the taps are about to run dry. Unless we stand as the youth and say we are not going to allow that. Our future is not going to be doomed because of some old man with a big nose in Union Building who's destroying our future. When you stand up, you must say, we are going to remove Ramaphosa, noma kanjani. We will not come back with Ramaphosa as our president because Ramaphosa has destroyed Eskom, has destroyed electricity. And when Ramaphosa took over, he had already killed people in Margan. And we said maybe that is enough. He came, is now killing people through load shedding. Remember, if a load shedding hits and you are under life support machine and the generator does not kick, you are gone. Those who are educated must do a research and tell us how many people died because of load shedding. And all of that is on Ramaphosa. Now he's tired of killing people. He's now killing small businesses because you can't have a small business without electricity. Load shedding kills business. And business, when you kill business, you kill jobs. That's why there are no jobs, because Ramaphosa destroyed everything that he found working. Transnet is gone. SAA is gone. Prasa, which used to have a long distance train from Johannesburg to Durban, is gone. The cheapest mode of transport, yet very safe. They destroyed it. The pipes are destroyed. The roads are destroyed. Ramaphosa must tell you one thing. One, what is it that you are doing right? At least one. He's got nothing. Not a single thing that he does right except to steal the money and put the dollars under the mattress and in the sofas. That's what he does. Our people are poor. How do you keep money under mattress? So, a president who doesn't know a bank, we are told you can keep so much cash. He keeps more. Nothing happens to him. Nothing. We open police case. There is evidence. He is above the law. When he became president of the ANC, white people gave him 1 billion to buy the presidency of the ANC. When we said, who are these white people? The court said, close, close, close. Don't tell them. They sealed his papers. We have a president who we don't know who gave him money to become the president. And the court said, that is good, that is fine. In a transparent South Africa. So, he has killed our democrats. Today, the EFF was supposed to be in parliament this evening, listening to the State of the Nation address as elected by our people. Ramaphosa said, I don't want them here. Because he's a coward. He's scared to face the truth face to face. He went to court. The court said, yeah, the EFF is not wanted there. We are not worried. This nonsense is coming to an end in May. Whether they like it or not, the EFF will be in parliament after May. So fighters, let's do the right thing. Let's make history at Moses Mabhida. There were mad people who said, Malema will never come to Moses Mabhida. We can't allow him to enter Moses Mabhida unless we are dead. I don't know if they will be dead on Saturday. Whether bayathanda bathandi ngiyafika eMabhida ngikhona eNatal phakathi inside. There is no one who's going to stop the EFF. Not the IFP can stop the EFF. Not DA can stop the EFF. Not ANC can stop the EFF. What about a clown that things can stand before a moving red train? It will crush him to death. So please be aware. You are part of the future. You are fighting for true freedom of our people. What we missed in 1994 is what we are going to get in 2024, because 2024 is our 1994 as the youth of South Africa. Amandla! Amandla! Tata EFF Tata! Tata EFF Tata! Ngiyabonga, thank you.
Amandla. Ngaphambi ngoba nginiphe isurprise. Ngizocela ucomrade la ozontshela ngamabhasi. Ozonazisa ukuthi amabhasi aya eMoses Mabhida ngomgqibelo azohamba kanjani, azobeka uziphi zona izitopi.
Amandla. Awethu. Ayikhule EFF ayikhule. Long live spirit of CIC Julius Malema, long live. Amandla. Phansi ngenhlangano eqabulo gogo phansi. Phansi ngenhlangano ohambisa ama-food parcel ngobusuku phansi. Phansi ngontaba kayikhonja baplanela gogo bethu nabantu abasebenza ukuthi abaphume phansi. Phansi ngomuntu obulala umuntu omnyama ozabalazayo phansi. Amandla. Okay ke fighters, siqale sibongeni ubungako benu enze ngabo namhlanje. Ngomgqibelo kuseni ngo7 o'clock siyacela ukuthi sihlanganeni eDepot naserenke endala, sohamba sothatha khona abantu ngamabhasi ekuseni abahambayo abaye eMoses Mabhida abayo bungaza umcimbi lesobe sinawo ngomgqibelo kuseni ngomhla weSabatha. Ngoba Sabatha siyacela ukuthi nibe khona. Amandla. Awethu.
Sabonga Amandla. Siya eMabhida ngo7 ekseni kunjalo. 7 ekseni. Lalelani ke. Ngaphambi ngoba nginiphe isurprise. Uma amabhasi egcwalile, nilinde. Maningi amabhasi azolokho ephindelela elokho enilanda nonke. Nizothola ikipa, nithola izipho umongameli anibekele zona. Kube mnandi sijabule. Njengoba ngizonithi manje fa nge-entertainment, ngithini fa, ngithini fa. Are you ready for Uncle Vinny? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Uncle Vinny!
Zadeboyedi, I say, can you feel it? Giddy bololo, DJ buena. Egiti viva, EFF viva. Tata, EFF tata. Agiti, can you feel it? Bese kude manegedege yeba sishasho sasakana yeba chizi de pirate uyababona labantwana bezane ilabantwana bafuna ukuzisande utusanikazi mawezane utusanikazi mawezane I say can you feel it